Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm going to play a bit of a different game today, I suppose. I'm playing a game called A Hand with Many Fingers, which is by a group called Celestia. They did a couple other games, I seem to remember. It was like a kind of... Okay, it was like a sort of witch type thing, but in like a kind of communist sort of setting. It was quite an interesting game. And there was another one that I can't remember the name of. I think it was like a riot sort of thing. This is A Hand with Many Fingers. This is a game actually based on the collapse of a bank in 1980. It was an Australian bank called the Nugan-Hand Bank. Collapsed when one of the partners in the company died under potentially mysterious circumstances. And as it turned out, there were some dodgy kind of dealings going on in the background, supposedly. And that one of the other partner kind of disappeared for quite some time, like about 35 years, before he was found. So we kind of play this from the perspective of somebody working for the CIA who's working through some files and things like that, because there were some kind of CIA involvements of some kind in that whole situation. So it'd be interesting to sort of play through. It works in a way where you're kind of like an archivist, I suppose, going through kind of archives of what happened. And yeah, it's an interesting sort of game. I played a little bit of it just to kind of get to grips with how it works. So I think I understand, although it might take some time to work out what's actually happening. So yeah, we're going to give it a shot. This is the game here. What I am going to do is turn the audio up. I turned it down because otherwise you get extra music that isn't totally necessary. So I'm going to turn it up about that much. And hopefully it's not going to interrupt too much in what we're doing. So yeah, as I say, it's a game where you kind of play as somebody that kind of works through sort of archives and things. It's an interesting game, maybe a little bit of a slow going sort of thing, but it'll be interesting. So as I say, I did a little bit of it, so we're going to start a new game. Requires me to take notes, ideally with pen and paper. Pen and paper. And the way it kind of works is you sort of pin articles and things onto a board that tie the different people together. I'm going to need my keyboard to be a bit closer. The only trouble with pen and paper is that the paper I've got is a big. Capitalism and conspiracy. Now, for some reason, I'm going to assume that right now you've got a massive picture on the screen all of a sudden. Yes, you do. Because the game, for some reason, even though I set it to run at 1080p, is running, immediately jumps back up to 4K, which isn't really ideal when I'm trying to run it, because that does cause it to run a bit badly. So just give me one sec. We'll fix the bloody resolution once again. Once we actually get started, it'll stay where it's supposed to be, so that's better. I'm just wanting to make sure that it is actually on the screen properly. Come on. Let's just make sure that that's fitting to the screen properly. It is. We're ready to go. So yeah, it's an interesting sort of game. Resume. So here we are. I had to mess with the mouse settings as well last time I started this game. Because... Wait, why is it... No. Why didn't that change? It changed for a second and went right back to... I might not have applied it. Now that's all running fine. That's all fine. Right, there we go. Now it's working properly. So yeah, essentially what we've got is we've got a load of files, like a card sort of index system here, that lets us find different locations where the people were, and with that we'll find boxes, or numbers for boxes, that we'll find down here in this variety of shelves. There's a box already waiting for us at the start. And yeah, so essentially we're trying to resolve this issue. So we've got one pinboard there which is for the articles and the pictures of people. Another pinboard there which shows the various locations that they've been to across the world. There's a little radio playing some music there. That's the first file. We've also got a TV. I'm not sure if that does have any bearing on anything later, but right now we're watching that idiot, that asshole there, Ronald Reagan. If we turn that over, we now get George Bush, and now we can turn it off, and back to Reagan. So yeah, the TV I don't think has any bearing on anything, but I'm not totally sure. And here we have our first box with information about the people. So we've got a picture, which is 3 people. I'm going to put that picture at the top in the middle. I don't yet know what that ties into, so I'm going to put it up there. We can connect rope between or twine between the things to kind of link the people to the photographs and articles. There's one other piece of paper here, which mentions a Sydney banker found dead. This was so. So what we need to look at is, where did he die? He died in Sydney in 1980. So we go with that. He died in Sydney in 1980. We'll put that just down here just now. And we'll go and look for 1980 Francis John Nugan, 1980 in Australia or Australasia. Pop into that. And then as we go through these, so we got one person first of all. There he is, Nugan. And we've got 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the files. So 109.72 and 633.75. As I say, it's going to be quite a slow sort of game, so it might not be for everyone, but we'll see. So downstairs we go to look for these boxes. Now make sure, before you do that, make sure you've got everything out of the box. You can tell because the lid goes back on. And the file disappears once you've used it. So first things first, 109.72, which is, so we have to kind of work through the boxes. Should be on this section here. 109.72. We take the box up and we can have a look. See what's in this one. So yeah, we're trying to kind of solve the problem of what happened. So here we have another piece of paper. Discovered the silver Mercedes-Benz while on patrol near the something, roughly 150 kilometres west of Sydney. On inspecting the vehicle, officers discovered a body now identified as Francis John Nugan. Deceased was known for co-founding the Nugan-Hand bank with Michael Hand. So that's another person we can look for. So it's Frank Nugan and, I don't know, Michael Hand. Are 2 people. There's also someone called William Colby, who may or may not be tied into this. 1979 it says there. We've got client names, names known to the Federal Narcotics Bureau, and a Bible with particular words underlined: wife, children, death, etc. So that's interesting. We can put that on here because that ties into Nugan's death. I would actually put that below that. So let's put that at the bottom. Let's put that just above it because that all ties into his death. You have to kind of leave a bit of a space between them, but there we go. So that all ties into his death. And there's a picture of Frank Nugan, so we can pop that on the wall. Let's put that up the top. Let's take a look at this picture and just see if he's in it. Is that him in the middle there, do you think? That looks like him, doesn't it? So let's say we attach that. Oops. So he's tied into that picture. He's also tied to this stuff. Because that's about his death. So that all ties together at the moment. And in this little box we've also got William Colby. kind of business card type thing. So let's put that here, because we'll go and look for him in a minute. In fact, he's not the partner in the bank, is he? So let's put him there. William Colby, Washington legal advisor. So in America, he will be. So that's everything out of that box. But there was another box, 63375, that has more information about a minute. So go down there, we'll see what that's got. 63375. There, no. There. 631, 63375. Pick the box up and let's go and see. So it's interesting. It's, as I say, it'll be a bit of a slow sort of slow burn in it. But it's interesting to kind of follow the story of what kind of happened with this, because as I say, it is based on something that did happen. So there we go. Nugan-Hand exec vanishes. That's Michael Hand, disappeared a week after his colleague Bernie Houghton. So there we got someone else, Bernie Houghton. Right, Bernie Houghton. Michael Hand. So I'm going to put Michael Hand next to... we could discuss kind of what happened with these people afterwards, maybe. But yeah, let's put him there because he's obviously the business partner. We want him kind of next if we get more details about him. Here we've got Frank Nugan, that's like his business card, CEO Nugan-Hand. So let's just pop that right under that. And obviously let's just link that to his face. Although, you know, you can't really even see the thing, so it doesn't matter that much. We've got Bernie Houghton, Senior Branch Head, 1978 to present. So we put William Colby there. Let's put Bernie Houghton here. We might rearrange this later, but right now, so they're all kind of, well, I would assume, I mean, he works for the same company, but we need to find pictures of people and other stuff. Drug money everywhere says NH Bank Insider, so they're saying there was drug money. That might be important later, but we'll leave that right now. So we've got everything that we could from his file at the moment, but what can we find on this? So Michael Hand. Now I think we saw Hand in the Australia thing at 1980. So let's take a look. Hand. We can see Houghton there as well. So he was in 63375. He disappeared in 1980. 38514 is a new file that he's listed in. So 38514. Pop downstairs and grab that one. 385. There. 38514. There. Grab another box and let's see what this has got in it. Pretty much. I mean, it is very much just a lot of this sort of thing. I almost think we could do with some music on in the background. Right, so there's all the boxes we've had so far. I can actually look at them on the floor. So 38514, this is another picture. That is Michael Hand. So he's the partner, isn't he? Michael Hand. In fact, that could be... Does he have a moustache? That could be him. Let's look at the ears. Well, I don't know actually. Not entirely sure, but that's the other partner in the bank. See if we can find any of his details. Oh, we got this. Michael Hand, CEO Nugan-Hand, 1973 to present. So yeah, I'll pop that right underneath him there. I'll link that to him. So I'm not totally sure yet about everything. Right, so we looked at this. This was Nugan, Hand and William Colby, but we also saw Houghton, which is this guy here, which I just realised these are going to be far closer than they need to be, far further apart than they need to be. So let's just pop that there. It's very much about organising all of the details as well, you know, that's the kind of the main thing about it. We can move this now actually, can we pop it over there? That's a bit neater, isn't it? Although there'd be all sorts of extra stuff. So we saw Houghton down here though when we were looking at Hand. 63375 we had. 80284 we have not had. So let's have a look for that one. 80284. It is very much just going to be a lot of this. 80274. But it looked like an interesting game, and what I played of it seemed quite interesting, so 80284. Yeah. Oh, I haven't finished searching the box upstairs yet. Oops. It's good that no. I hadn't finished taking stuff out of that box. Better go back up, but we know that we can go and get that box right after. What did I miss? Oh yeah, another piece of paper. Dossier and Michael Hand's history will be delivered as requested. The earliest references from Vietnam. Awarded a Distinguished Service Cross. That's right, he was a US Marine, I believe. So that doesn't really tell us much of anything other than that he was obviously in Vietnam. But you can see the only areas it's showed me so far are Sydney and Nicaragua. Now we know someone died in Sydney, but so far the only thing mentioned about Nicaragua is Congress condemns socialist forces, but that doesn't show any link to them at the moment, so we can't really kind of link those two up yet. That box is done. 80284. It would be speculation to try and link them up at the moment, I think. What did I say it was? 80284. Yeah, so it's like the last shelf. 80284, there it is. So yeah, just keep digging around and seeing what we can see. Obviously we might have to work a bit differently with the files if they start getting difficult to keep track of. Let's see what's in this one. That is Bernie Houghton, who we said was there. So we're going to pop him right about here. So he was tied into them because you can't even see me linking these. It's probably pointless. But there we go, that's Bernie Houghton. Here we have expansion follows earlier success of Saudi branch under Bernie Houghton, 1980. So he was in Middle East in 1980 and Chiang Mai export hub for opium. Well, they mentioned drugs, but I can't yet really tie that to anything. I'll put this down here just now. I know I'm taking up a lot of space, but I can always move stuff as the time comes. Right, so we know that he was definitely tied to that. Now, it is the same bank, so you could argue they were tied to it as well. But let's leave that for now. Next, we've got this. As requested, so-and-so has reviewed the travel history of Morris Bernie Houghton. Records indicate that he boarded a flight from Sydney to Manila on the 2nd of June 1980 after meeting with somebody known to US intelligence services. So that's Manila in 1980. Other pertinent information from the travel records, several trips to the Geneva premises of Edwin Wilson. Let's write down Edwin Wilson. From 1978 onwards. So Edwin Wilson in Geneva from 1978 onwards. I'm just going to put Geneva. 1978, so that's Europe. And he regular trips to the Middle East, which is again Houghton. So let's put Middle East. So that could be interesting. And travel records for Mr. Houghton marked listed ASIO. Please advise as to the next steps. Right. So I'm not entirely sure about all that, but we'll pop it here. So we've got some other details there that might be interesting, but let's go back. So that was him. Now we said William Colby, which was listed on business card of William Colby, retained at Nugan-Hand legal counsel. Did they not say something about him being... Well, that was Edwin Wilson. We could go and find some details about him, maybe, because we don't have... We have that. Washington legal advisor, so William Colby, Washington. So, United States, which is here, North America, should I say. Now, we didn't get a specific... He's not in that one. But let's look for William Colby anyway, not there. Maybe 1980. There he is, maybe. 48817. We didn't get 48817 before, so let's just write that down. Mainly so that I can remember which boxes I've had. 48817. Is that box finished? Yes. Okay, so let's see what the next one's got in store for us. Oh, don't get stuck. 48817. Yeah, it must be here then. Yeah, well, just. Okay, so it looks like is it the... Oh, these are all mixed up. Or are they? Yeah. Did I say 48817? They're all a bit mixed. Oh wait. What's this? 48817. So let's go back upstairs and let's pop this on the desk and go through this one. That'll tell us a bit about Colby, the other guy that we were interested in. I don't want to give too much away about what actually eventually happened with regard to this kind of case, because obviously we're playing the game just now and that might... William Colby. Okay, so we can pop that right there. It's a bit organised. It's maybe a bit too organised. We'll find out soon enough, I guess. So that's William Colby. We now have a face to go with the name. That's not him, is it? No, the glasses are wrong. Okay, it'll be great to see Michael. So that'll be Michael Hand. Don't think we've met since that Angola business in 1975. So they were in Angola in 1975. So I'll just pop that down. I'm sure I can help with the Montagnards, indigenous peoples in Vietnam. Sure, just bring me up to speed on any changes since you set up shop in Chiang Mai. Okay, so we have Chiang Mai. We now know that that's definitely something of theirs. So that was Colby. Let's pop that there. I don't have a lot of room for this stuff, that's the only problem. But that ties into William Colby. I think I'm leaving too much empty space there, to be honest. But let's see. New faces at Nugan-Hand. Senior figures hope to boost the bank's profile in Washington, D.C. Civil War in Angola reaches 4-year milestone. Now they said Angola in 1975. That doesn't really give us any names or anything, does it? So I'm going to pop this over here because it doesn't specifically tie into anything, but we might come back to that if this Angola kind of lead goes somewhere. So, where were we? We looked at this, Michael Hand's history. Yep, that's fine. Disappeared a week after his colleague Bernie Houghton. So they'd both disappeared in 1980. Right, we did that from William Colby. Bernie Houghton. Right. Great to see Michael. Don't think we've met since. So let's look at Angola 1975. See if we can find Hand or Colby or whoever. So Angola is in, of course, Africa. Hand. 38514, which we had. 597, which we haven't had. Okay, let's take a look at that one. See what more information that can give us. Oh, phone's ringing. Phone's in this office, so let's go down to the phone if we can. Stopped ringing as soon as I got to it. Maybe I'm finding out too much information. They're going to silence me. Doubtful. Although there was a bit of, from what I understand, there was a bit of an issue where the CIA were trying to say that they had no involvement. Nobody's really totally sure about that. 597. Probably at the end then. 597. I keep hearing banging noises like someone else is walking around, but I haven't actually seen anybody. It's in there. It's empty. Okay, no one's been throwing away files, thank goodness. So I shouldn't leave these drawers open, but it does tell me which drawers I've been in, to be fair. So, oh yeah, we should also look for Colby in that case. In Angola. Right, let's see what this is about. The Organised Crime Wing of the Ruling Class. CIA Operational Review Top Secret Operation feature. William Colby. Objective, provide covert military support to anti-communist forces in Angola. So this does tie to the Angolan Civil War. Withdrawal of colonial forces has aided communist-aligned MPLA. This ties to William Colby. It also ties to that. But it doesn't give us any new information. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop that there. They definitely tie together. And that definitely ties to William Colby. And by that, it would also tie to Hand then, right? Now I'm just crossing things over that don't need to be crossed over. Right, so what do we know? We know that he was, that business-wise, they went to Chiang Mai. They opened somewhere up in Saudi Arabia. He met with somebody in Geneva. There was Manila. What was about Manila again? Where was the talk of Manila? It was somewhere. I mean, it must have been because it's on the map, so... not there. Drug money everywhere. That's Vietnam. It's not Vietnam and Angola. That's not Manila. There we go. Sydney to Manila, 1980. So that was Houghton. But I don't know if that ties into the actual business or not. There were ties with Angola. And obviously there were ties with Washington. I haven't seen any ties with Nicaragua yet to make that link. But definitely those were all places that they were tied to. Well, let's say Manila as well, because he did go there. I don't know though. Right. So what did we do there? That was... I've forgotten. Okay. Not for public disclosure. Flight number, blah blah blah. Departure 75, Angola. It was a cargo flight carrying ammunition, 10 million units, and weaponry, 3,000 units. And that was by a company called World Marine Incorporated, which is, I believe, one of the companies they had? No? No, okay, so that's a new company. World Marine, that's something we need to find out about. So let's pop that over there just now, because it doesn't really tie into anything. Other than that it was obviously the transportation of weapons and ammunition to Angola. Which obviously means it ties to that. And I would expect it ties to that. It's definitely kind of a triangle of stuff going on there. Right, so, who else did we see here? We saw William Colby, Nugan-Hand, and the CIA. He was a former director of the CIA. That was Angola, 1975. Chiang Mai, which is in, I think it's in China? Southeast Asia? East Asia. Or is it Southeast Asia? What year was that? And they were talking about Chiang Mai. Montanards, just bring me up to speed on any changes since you set up shop, so 78 or 79. Let's try 78 first. Maybe not then. What about 79? I don't see any of the names so far. Nope. So that might not really have any bearing on anything. Just check 77, just out of interest. Oh, there's Hand. 38514, which we had. We did not have 44913. So let's go for that one. 44913. Let me make sure I finished that box before we go there. Yeah, I did. 44913. We might not find much of anything there, but it's worth a look, right? So 44913. I think that's down at the bottom on this side. I think. Okay, 44913. What is that noise? It's the lights. Oh, there. Well, next one then. Let's take a look at this next box, see what further kind of intrigue and information we can pick out from that. The game apparently takes about 2.5 hours or so from what I've heard, so could potentially be done in one go, but we don't know. Solicitor and a soldier. That's when Nugan-Hand began. Frank was a lawyer and Mike was an ex-Green Beret. Nugan-Hand opens new branch in Chiang Mai, 1977. So I'm going to pop that right there. Can I not put it on top of the... Can't put it on top of that. Right, hold on. Pop that there just now. Why can't I put that down? Why can't I put that down? Can't put that down anywhere. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we know that that ties into Hand and Nugan. So that's fine. Okay, that doesn't really tell us anything new though. Fully support extending Nugan-Hand's responsibilities in Southeast Asia. Air America might be finished, but we're still on your way to get money out of the region. Mike and so-and-so have already proven to be very reliable partners. So Mike, I assume, is Michael Hand. Seems to be a problem putting these down from time to time. I'm just going to put that there. It's starting to become... Right, so I'm pretty sure Mike must be him. Doesn't tell me who wrote that. Southeast Asia... No, well... Southeast Asia we haven't looked at yet, have we? So we can find anything there. Operational review top secret. That's Air America, Civil Air Transport. Paul Helliwell, 1946. Provide logistical support for anti-communist forces in Southeast Asia by transporting food personnel and strategic resources, opium and marijuana. So we don't know who Paul Helliwell is yet. Let's pop this over here because we don't have any other people's names on that. So we'll just stick that there. This series has been marked for disposal. 44913. Wait. Okay, so that's that one we just had. And 75520. I think that's all the ones we've picked up. So no, it's not there. 75520. Let's just pop that up there for now. Let's write that down. 75520. See what that's all about. Who knows? Probably nothing. We're nothing interesting anyway. 755. This one. 75520. There we go. Next. Let's have a look at the next one. 75520. Right. Just one thing, is it? Yeah. That's a record of an international transaction by Paul Helliwell at Chiang Mai. So Paul Helliwell ties into Asia. Just pop that if I can. Oh, come on. Just next to that. I might have to move some of this around, I think. Eventually. But for now, let's leave it as it is. Okay, so Had we finished with these ones? That is fully support extended Nugan-Hand responsibilities. And we were going to look at Southeast Asia, weren't we? That's East Asia. Southeast Asia. So what, from 77 I think it said. Hand. 38514 we had, 44913 we had, so that doesn't really help me. Anyone else? Nope. Not particularly helpful. Let's try the other years just to see. Again, I don't see anybody that we would be interested in so far. That might be kind of a bit of a red herring, to be honest. But we'll take a look anyway. No. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Look for that Hellowell guy as well. Hines. Doesn't look like there's anything specific. York's nobody, so let's forget about that. Okay, so that there was nothing there, but let's see if any of these other names turn up. Jennings, Koch, Merrill. No. 78. That's already been done through to a point. Did we look at that one? I can't remember. We must have done, right? If it's gone back to the beginning, we must have looked at that. Yeah. Let's look at 79 and 80. We could even go further back than that, probably. None of these names are standing out. Nope. 1980? Okay, those are... we haven't looked at this one yet. Edmonds, Farrell, Fisher, Irving, Jarvis, June, Lindsay, Moss, Mueller, Navarro, Norman. None of those tie into any of the names we were looking at. I could go through the whole... well, let's do 1975, because there was mention of that. And, you know, potentially, obviously, like the year before, they might have been registering their interest in the area, I suppose. If they opened it in 77. Can't hurt to look, right? But no, none of that. So that doesn't really do it, tie into anything that I can see. That was Angola, Chiang Mai. Oh yeah, no, we looked at that, we didn't see anything. But this one, a fully support extending Nugan-Hand's responsibilities in Southeast Asia. That was the one we looked at, Mike. Travel history for Bernie Houghton. Sydney to Manila. So Manila is in Southeast Asia, right? When did I already look at that? 1980. No, I don't think I did. Just remind myself, let's see. No, I think I did. Yeah, I did. Or if I didn't, it doesn't matter. No more information about him in there, so okay. Gets a bit more difficult, you know, once it's harder to find. I wonder as well, you know, there could be Easter eggs in some of those things for all I know. Right, that doesn't help me. Several trips to Geneva, premises of Edwin Wilson. So Edwin Wilson we were looking at. Geneva, that was in what year? 78 onwards. So Geneva, I've forgotten his name already. Wilson. Wilson, Geneva, from 78 onwards. Let's see. Okay. Wilson. 16115, so Wilson. 16115, 61553. So we've got two boxes there that I don't think we've picked up before. 16115. Let's have a look. That's pretty much all we're doing. We're just looking through all of these. 16115. Down here. 16115. There we go. That was nice and easy to find. Makes a change. let's take a look what we can find out about Wilson. Oh, what the hell happened there? Suddenly turned around. Oh, don't put it there. Alright, Wilson. What have we got here? We've got organised for Wilson and Houghton to meet and discuss world marine shipments to Egypt and Libya. Wilson requested a meeting in Geneva, not the World Marine Office in Washington. That was 1978. Well, we don't have Wilson on the board yet, so let's just pop this over here until we've got more information. Organised a meeting between Bernie and Ed Wilson at the World Marine Offices. Paul said this deal would open a whole new world of opportunities for the bank, and he'd something. That, I guess, ties in with that. That's Houghton and Wilson meeting. What else do we have? Okay, here we go. Edwin Wilson. Okay. So can I pop that down, do you think, or is it going to have a problem with that? No, it doesn't have a problem with that. So Wilson and Houghton kind of tie together. Wait, Colby... Where was the Colby stuff again? Michael. So Colby and Hand are kind of tied together. That's that one done. What was the other one? 61553. So there's lots of stuff to look through to kind of bring the article, bring the... I suppose what we could do is get rid of stuff once we... What was I looking for? 61553. This one. But yeah, I mean, this is all based on something that a situation that kind of really happened. You know, there was a lot of strange goings on. The guy Hand disappeared, as I say, for about 35 years. I think he was eventually sent back to Australia, but... Right, what we got here? That's a record of international transactions. That's Libya. So we're looking at Africa, 1978. Nugan-Hand to World Marine. That ties them to... Is he World Marine then? Yes. So Wilson is World Marine, but I'm going to put that there because it doesn't really tell us much of anything other than Libya. Unfortunately, something stopped working for us shortly after last year's meeting in Hong Kong. That was 1978 Hong Kong, so 77 Hong Kong. Bernie's available for the next meet. He's better placed to discuss the Saudi matter. That's from Michael Hand. Don't have a picture of Wilson though. I don't think we do. No. Okay. I'll get rid of that. That doesn't help me. Where were we? What were we looking at before? We were looking at this, which was the Geneva Wilson. We got the Middle East, 1978 onwards. That was the next step, I think, wasn't it? Get rid of that. In fact, let's just check and see. No, that was it. Middle East. Where is it? Oh, it's there. 78 onwards, he said, didn't he? Hicks, Hogan, Houghton. 16115 we had from Wilson, and 80284, which we had as well. That was from Bernie Houghton. So we saw that one, I think. That doesn't help me then, does it? But maybe this will. No. I doubt there's going to be anything in this one, but we'll have a look anyway. No Wilson, no Houghton, no nothing. Close that down. So that doesn't tell me anything. Okay. The next step then would be Houghton marked listed as EO. Don't know what that means, but you know. Sydney to Manila. I looked at that. It's not working for shortly after last year's meeting in Hong Kong. 77 Hong Kong. 77 in Hong Kong. Oh, we already looked at this, didn't we? Yeah, no, we didn't. 44913. Oh, but I already had it. Okay. So who was in Hong Kong the year before? So one of them was in Hong Kong the year before. We can work out who that was. Assuming their name is on here. Well, Hand was. 10, 44913. Yeah, we've got both of those. Were any of the others there? No. Okay. So that doesn't tell us anything new. Okay. That one was that. Chiang Mai. Southeast Asia. Someone stopped working shortly after last year's meeting in Hong Kong. Brunei, Saudi Arabia. Right. So Wilson and Houghton met in Geneva. I'm sure we already looked at that. In 78. Can I pop that between their names? That'd be nice. Okay, well, what we can do is we can go like that. So they tie together that way. We now know that... what do we know? We know that there was a meeting in Hong Kong. I'm not sure I'm using this part of the board correctly, to be honest. There was Libya. What was Libya about? Shipments. World marine shipments, Egypt and Libya. Okay. What was the rest of Africa? 1978 in Africa. What year in Africa did I look at before? Right, 75, so... What happened in 1978? Assuming their names turn up at all. Which of course they don't. Could be 77, I suppose. I doubt it though. Nothing about Wilson. I feel like at this stage I'm just kind of guessing with this part. No, Houghton didn't turn up there. No Wilson. No, nothing about that there. Okay, so Libya and Egypt, obviously both the same continent. So Bernie and Ed Wilson, World Marine Officers, 1975. Now, was that because they had offices in Washington? They said they didn't want to meet in Washington, but that might not have been that time. So what else do we have? Nothing. Okay. I hoped maybe there was something interesting there, but there's not. Nothing for Wilson either. Okay, I'm not going to go through the entire file if there's nothing specific that we've found that kind of deals with that. I think that just ties in with that, to be honest. Well, no, because that's 1970. No, it's not. That was 1978. The World Marine Office is in Washington, so 1975. But there was nothing. Paul. Who's Paul? So who's Paul? Paul Hallowell. Hallowell. Did we see his name in Washington? I didn't look for it, to be fair. That was 1975. Tells about Hallowell. Not LOL. No, there's nothing about him there. I'm not going through every bloody year just to see if his name might turn up. We'll go through this one. Maybe 1974, maybe we go back that far? We'll go back the year before that. I feel like that's a sensible thing to at least try. I mean, that doesn't help really. It doesn't say that he was actually there though, does it? All it says is that he said the deal could open a whole new world of opportunities. Wait, it doesn't say what they were there to talk about. Chiang Mai, Helliwell. So he was in Chiang Mai in 1975. Let's try there. Southeast Asia. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, East Asia. So Helliwell was supposedly here in 1975. There's a lot of scanning back, I know. But it's not listed, if he was. Check these other years around about that. But I don't think I saw his name at any point. I don't know how this helps me. Nothing. Wait. He signed it. Where is it? There. Chiang Mai. Where's he then? Let's just take a look at this. Air America, Paul Helliwell. Okay. CIA something. Something CIA related. But there was nothing about him in... Oh, we didn't look here, did we? So if not... Aha! Helliwell, 2674. Let's take a look for that one and see if that gives us any information. 2674. Obviously he's tied to this in some way, so... 2674. But we don't know how yet. 2674. So that must be... there. Let's see if this file has anything in it that's useful. That phone only rang once. We've not heard it ring again, so... I know that at some point I'm going to have to rearrange all this. Oh, that file's empty. Oh, did somebody steal the documentation out of it? Well, that's interesting. So we can't really find out anything about him there. Libya... 78. He seems to be the... I don't know. World Marine... 75. William Colby... Did we look at Colby in Angola? We looked at Hand in Angola, didn't we? So Colby was there as well. No. But then when, I suppose. I don't think we need that. Now we could just go through every file and just see if there's anything interesting. But we're not going to do that because that would take absolutely forever. It's already taken a while, so... But it's good, I like it. I like just the relaxed sort of nature of playing this kind of game. You know, it's quite nice because you don't have to do an awful lot. Colby. Could be earlier than that, to be fair. I've looked through all this already. At this stage, it would really be looking for a kind of needle in a haystack, I suppose. And just, you know, we're just going through that just because. But I'll do it anyway. Because Colby's name might turn up. Also got to look for that Helliwell guy. And see if anyone else turns up too. Not that I think they'll turn up this early. think I'm just clutching at straws with this, to be honest. We'll have a look. Yeah, no, there's nothing there about that. Okay, well that was a bit of a dead end. Colby, 1975. That was Angola. He was there. 79, that was Angola again. Angola, we don't actually know. Well, World Marine was involved. I didn't see Helliwell's name there either, though. Paul Helliwell provided logistical air support to anti-communist forces. I feel like he must have something to do in Southeast Asia. That's East Asia. That's Europe. But I don't want to go through all this again looking for... No. Any more Helliwell? That's what I want to find, because his file has oddly disappeared. Which is strange. I saw hand in there, but I don't think that's... I think we looked at that already. Nope. Nope. I don't want to look at Lawrence Burton. I don't know what his name is. Could be anything. Lionel Burton. Probably not. No, that doesn't help. Helliwell. I feel like there must be more about Helliwell, surely. But, you know, the further back you go, the less likely it is. No. But then he was also tied to the US. We saw in 1975 he was there. What about 76? No. 74? I suppose what we want to find out is what he had to do with things. What was he doing behind the scenes? I don't know that we're going to find anything about him this far back. No. Should probably look more at Geneva, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think we're going to find anything about Helliwell in any of the rest of these. No. So unless he's in this one, we're not finding out anything about... Oh, that was Colby. Did I see that? We'll go back to that if we don't find anything else. I think I probably saw this one. 48817. Colby. I did see 48817. Okay. So that's no use to me. Right, so at this stage I'm kind of at a loss for other things that might tie them together. William Colby, Angola, World Marine, Libya 1978, Paul Helliwell at some point dealt with Southeast Asia. Paul said the deal could open a whole new world of opportunities. What does it mean between Bernie and... The deal could open a whole new world of opportunities for the bank. I feel like that has Wilson and Houghton. Yeah, well, that was Egypt and Libya, wasn't it? So there was a meeting in Geneva in '78. I think we looked at that, didn't we? I think that was what we looked at in Geneva. Yeah. And there wasn't anyone else listed. Well, now I wonder. Could he have been related to any of that? See, now I'm just going through everything. I mean, it's kind of pointless. Let's look for the other guy as well, though, because if he lives there, you would think there would be a bit more information. No, it doesn't look like there's anything. At this stage, I'm not sure what else I can find. There's nothing about Helliwell, who appears to have disappeared off the face of the earth. Don't have any documentation about him or anything. I'm not going to go through everything, right? He's not there. So that's not a particularly helpful line of questioning there, to be honest. Paul Halliwell. Logistical air support, yeah. Frank, lawyer, Mike, Green Beret. Now when Michael Hand was a Green Beret, so presumably at some point prior to 1977, he would have been in the US. Oh, that was the Halliwell one we looked at. I'm just wondering, no, if there's any Hand information pre-1977. No. Wait, what was that? I thought I saw Halliwell, I didn't. No Hand, okay. That doesn't help me. If I kind of dragged that out as much as I can, or... Francis John Nugan co-founded the bank. We didn't look at a lot in Australasia, did we? Nugan, I think that was the file, though that's 1980, so yeah, we definitely picked that up. Tyson Wells. Did we look at the Hand stuff in Australia? $633.75. I'm sure I picked that up. Yeah. And 385.14. Yeah, we picked both of them up. But that makes me think there could be more to that. You would think there would be stuff if they were running a bank in Australia at that time. You'd think there would be lots of details about them, wouldn't you? You would think. I think it was running from 1973. Oh, well that might be interesting. Actually, I'm sure that the bank opened in 73. So I'm just going to take a quick look through all of this because, I mean, this is where they were operating, so you would think there would be at least some stuff, initially at least, that would have had to have gone through their kind of home base. You would think, wouldn't you? But I don't know. I don't want Chen, thanks. Not right now, at least. You never know. I suppose it could come up, but who knows? There's none of the other people either. I'm just thinking it was worth maybe looking to see if any of the other people were there as well, you know? Lucas and Neil probably. Nothing. We're getting close to where, well, that was 73, so. So he doesn't even show up there. You would think. You'd think there would be information about when they appeared on the scene, wouldn't you? Yeah, there's nothing. Okay. Now, they did mention... Is it worth looking for Nicaragua? Just because, obviously, these are probably tied to something. 1980, Nicaragua. Right, so... we might find something of interest there. If it turns out we're tied into that. But of course they could have been any time around about then. No, nothing there. Of course, what we're looking for is if any of them were there. But I don't think any of them were. Doesn't look like it, does it? I thought that would be worth a pop just to see, but they could have been there earlier. It sounds like they're kind of sowing unrest in various countries. But again, I don't see anything that would suggest they were even there. Oh wait, Hellowell. 53684. Was that the other? No. Is that on any of the ones that I looked at already? 53684. Let's just check. No, it was not. 53684. I mean, I know I just got that by kind of brute forcing it almost, didn't I? But, you know. 53684. 53684. There we go. Unless we find this one's empty as well. There's 53684. So we definitely haven't looked at it before. Is this the right guy? Might give us some information on old... Oh, sorry, I had an itch on my arm there and that caused me to let go of the mouse. Right, let's see. Now, this one's not empty. Oh, there's a key. Annex B. Well, that's interesting. Where's Annex B? Annex A. Must be this door at the end. We found a key. And where does this take us? What kind of system are we on? Oh, it's more bloody files. Well, but most of the shelves are empty. 137. So we're in another file room, but it looks like Annex B6. Can I open that? No. Okay, so I can't open any other doors in here. There's only one box in here. I guess we'll see what that is. Why else would it send us in here? It must be important. It must be something we need. There's only one box in here. It has to be something that we need to get access to, right? It's a long walk now, though, to get all the way back up there. I can't believe we found a key to unlock another... It makes me wonder if there's a key I've missed elsewhere. Let's see what this one is. Maybe this one will give me the key to that one. Who knows? Alright, mate. Anyone in the car? You alright? You alive? Someone ram-raided this place and they're about to come and get me. Okay, there's only one thing in here. Due to ongoing scrutiny around the Nugan-Hand collapse, somebody has authorised the following emergency measures. Suspend cooperation with inquiries about Nugan's death. Redeploy Hand as a military advisor to Contra forces in Honduras and Nicaragua. Clear all archives of documents related to the following. Now that's interesting. Castle Bank and Trust, Mercantile Bank and Trust, Banco Ambrosiano, Nugan-Hand, Franklin National Bank. Doesn't really tell me where any of these are though. Redeploy Michael Hand. So it might be worth looking for Hand in Honduras. And Banco Ambrosia. I don't know where all of these places are, that's the only problem. But let's have a look. So Hand in Honduras. Oh, but wait. We'd need to track down all of these. Oh no, because they're all gone. So that's why the file was missing on the other one. Castle Bank and Trust. Now I know a lot of this was real stuff, but I don't know if the game would be very happy with me doing a real world search to find out where these places were. But it does want you to kind of take notes, and oh, that's interesting. We did that. We'll leave that there just now. That's interesting. I feel like there must be more though that we've missed. Sorry, I got an itchy arm. There has to be more we've missed. We still haven't found a picture of Wilson. World Marine, which we said is based in. Just as well wasn't here, eh? Wait, the music's changed. What's happening? It's fading out. What's happened? Am I dead? Was that it? Okay. Suggestion was it was like 2.5 hours. Did I get a bad ending? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, what I was going to show you was... Now I am just going by... Oh, wait a sec. So that was the whole game. An hour. Just over an hour. So we can play something else as well. But right now, let's close this. It was interesting. Now, when I was playing it earlier, I did find other stuff. So I can only assume that when you find that key and open that annex, that ends the game. So there is other information you can find in the game. But certainly we finished it. So I'm just going to sort this. I quite liked that. I mean, it was an interesting sort of game because it was kind of a sit down, and funnily enough, I probably would have reached the end when I was playing it offline earlier if I'd been another 10 minutes or so.